Stop trying to willpower your way through building a business. Seriously. It's the single biggest reason most entrepreneurs burn out and give up. We are fed this story that we have to glorify the grind, to hustle 24/7, and that pure force of will is what separates the winners from the losers. But that's a total myth. Willpower isn't infinite, it's a muscle. And when you are running a business, that muscle gets exhausted fast. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a system of habits that basically automates your success. You can finally stop grinding and start winning. My name is Ion, and I was trapped in that exact same cycle for years. I was pulling 16-hour days, living on caffeine and raw ambition, and at the end of it all, I was just completely drained, making terrible decisions and not really getting anywhere. The big shift for me was realizing that the most successful founders don't have some secret reserve of willpower. They just have better systems. They have turned the most critical, needle-moving tasks into automatic, almost effortless habits. The science behind this is a framework called the habit loop. It's a simple 3-step pattern that every single one of your habits follows. A cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is the trigger, the thing that tells your brain to switch to autopilot. The routine is the action itself. And the reward, that's the prize that tells your brain, hey, this loop is worth remembering. Once you really understand this, you can stop fighting against yourself and start redesigning your behavior from the ground up. Now, before we get into the specific habits that will change your business, we have to lay the groundwork. If you don't grasp these 2 core ideas, none of this is going to stick. First, you need a real why. A habit without a deep personal reason behind it, it's just another chore on your to-do list. It's a temporary fix that's going to fall apart the second things get tough. So, why do you really want to be more productive? Is it so you can actually be present with your family? Is it for the financial freedom to stop worrying? Is it to make a genuine impact on your industry? Get specific. Get really specific and write it down. That motivation is the fuel you'll need when you inevitably hit a rough patch. Second, you have to make things easier on yourself by reducing friction. The secret to good habits isn't superhuman discipline, it's making the right choice the most obvious choice. You want to start your day with strategic thinking instead of email chaos? Close your email tab before you shut down for the night. You want to work out in the morning? Lay your gym clothes out before you go to bed. And it works both ways. If you want to break a bad habit, you have to add friction. Make it harder to do. Let's be honest. We're all wired to follow the path of least resistance. Your job is to design that path so it leads straight to a good habit. Alright, with that foundation in place, let's talk about the 5 habits that will put your success on autopilot. The eat the frog habit. So here is the first problem. Most entrepreneurs start their day completely backward. They wake up, they grab their phone, and they immediately start wading through the shallow stuff. Checking emails, scrolling social media, putting out tiny fires. This gives you the illusion of being productive. You feel busy, right? You feel like you are working, but what you are really doing is wasting your peak mental energy on low impact tasks. Your brain is sharpest in the morning, and you are squandering it on things that don't actually grow your business. So, by the time you finally get to the big, important, strategic work, your focus is shot and your best energy is gone. This is why you can end the day feeling totally exhausted but not feel like you have accomplished anything meaningful. The fix for this is the eat the frog habit. Your frog is your single most important and probably most difficult task of the day. The one you are most likely to put off. The habit is brutally simple. You do that one thing first. Before anything else, don't check your email, don't even think about social media. That first protected block of your day belongs to your frog. The easiest way to do this is to decide on your frog the night before. At the end of your workday, just take 5 minutes to identify tomorrow's most critical task. That way, when you wake up, you don't burn energy deciding what to do. You just do it. The time architect habit. Okay, next problem. Your to-do list is lying to you. It's just a long, overwhelming wish list that has zero connection to the 24 hours you actually have. This forces you to operate in reactive mode, letting your calendar and your inbox run your day. This is a productivity killer because of something called context switching. You are jumping from a client call to an accounting issue to a new marketing idea, and you never give any single thing your full attention. It leaves you in a state of being perpetually busy, blurs your line between work and life, and is a direct path to burnout. The way out is to stop managing a to-do list and start becoming a time architect. This means you don't just list what you have to do, you schedule it. Open your calendar and block out time for everything. And I mean everything. Block 2 hours for deep work and that client project. Block 30 minutes for email. Block out your lunch, your workout, and even 15-minute gaps between meetings just to reset. This is often called time blocking, and it forces you to get real about how much time you have and spend it on purpose. This gets even more powerful when you connect it to your existing habits, a technique called habit stacking. For instance, you could make a rule. Right after I finish my morning coffee, I will spend 15 minutes blocking out my schedule for the day. You are just tacking the new habit into one that's already there. The clarity habit. Problem number 3 is the mental clutter that just about every entrepreneur deals with. Your mind is a chaotic storm of ideas, worries, half-remembered conversations, and random to-do items. It feels like you are trying to run your business with 100 tabs open in your brain. All that mental noise is crippling. It creates this constant, low-level anxiety that makes clear, strategic thinking impossible and leads to impulsive, bad decisions. You can't see the forest for the trees because you are drowning in tiny details. You can't innovate because your brain has no free space to actually connect ideas. The solution here is a deceptively simple habit. A 5-minute daily brain dump. This isn't a Dear Diary situation. It's a structured offload of your thoughts. At the very end of your workday, grab a notebook and for just 5 minutes, write down the answers to 3 questions. What were my wins today? Where did I get stuck or what did I learn? And what is my number one priority for tomorrow? Just the act of getting this stuff out of your head provides incredible clarity. It lets you close all the mental tabs from the day so you can properly disconnect and recharge. Ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. Okay, before we get into the last 2 habits, which are absolutely critical for long-term growth, I want to hear from you. What's the one habit you've tried to build for your business but always seem to struggle with? Let me know in the comments. I really do read every single one. And seeing what you are all working on helps everyone in this community. Systematized learning habit. Here is a classic entrepreneur trap. You know you need to keep learning to stay ahead, but it always feels like a luxury you just don't have time for. So, learning gets shoved to the bottom of the list. Something you'll get to when things slow down. And let's be real, things never slow down. The danger here is that while you're on the hamster wheel of daily tasks, your entire industry is changing. Your competitors are adopting new tools and strategies, and your business slowly starts to fall behind. The knowledge that was once your biggest advantage becomes outdated. You can't innovate if you're not refilling your well of ideas. The solution is to stop treating learning like a hobby and start treating it like a system. You need a habit of scheduled, systematized learning. This means putting it in your calendar just like a client meeting. Dedicate a specific, non-negotiable block of time each week. Maybe it's an hour every Friday morning to actively learn something new. You could read a book, take part of an online course, watch in-depth tutorials, or listen to a podcast. The key is that it's a recurring, protected slot in your calendar. It's not about finding the time, it's about making the time. Guys like Bill Gates schedule time for reading and learning because they know it's not an expense. It's an investment with the highest ROI you can get. The frictionless finance habit. Our final problem is one of the biggest sources of stress for any business owner. Money anxiety. So many entrepreneurs only look at their finances when they absolutely have to. During tax season, when a huge bill is due, or when cash flow gets terrifyingly tight. They are basically operating with a vague, fearful cloud over their numbers. Avoiding your finances like this is a disaster. You end up making critical business decisions completely in the dark. You have no idea if you can afford to hire someone. You miss obvious chances to cut costs, and you live with a constant, nagging fear of some horrible financial surprise. That anxiety seeps into every single part of your business and your life. To fix this, you need to create a frictionless finance habit. The goal is to make looking at your numbers a quick, painless daily routine. I'm not talking about a full audit every day. I'm talking about 2 minutes. Every morning, just spend 2 minutes reviewing your key financial metrics. What was yesterday's revenue? What's the bank balance right now? What big payments are due this week? Use a simple dashboard or accounting software that puts this info right at your fingertips. The point of this habit is just to get comfortable and remove the fear around your money. When you look at your numbers every day, they stop being this big, scary monster. You start seeing trends, you make decisions with more confidence, and you turn your finances from a source of anxiety into a tool that empowers you. So let's do a quick recap of the 5 unbreakable habits. The eat the frog habit. To make sure your most important work always gets done first. The time architect habit. To control your day instead of letting it control you. The clarity habit of a daily brain dump to clear your mind for big picture thinking. The systematized learning habit to make sure your business never gets left behind. And the frictionless finance habit to take the fear out of your numbers and put you in control. Look, the goal is to stop relying on willpower. It's just not a reliable source of fuel, and it will let you down right when you need it most. Real, sustainable success in business doesn't come from a few heroic all-night efforts. It's the natural outcome of a system of small, consistent, automatic habits. Don't try to tackle all 5 of these at once. Just pick one, the one that solves your biggest headache right now. Master it until it's automatic. Then add the next one. You don't build a great business by grinding yourself into dust. You build it by designing a system that makes your success almost unavoidable. If you're ready to stop the grind and start building a business that actually serves you, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I drop new videos every single week on the systems, strategies, and mindset shifts you need to win as an entrepreneur. Until next time, have a lovely day.